Oh boy, Bob Gale, part two. Where'd we leave off, folks? Well, let's do a quick recap. Bob Gale, the regional chair of Niagara, had suggested, or not even suggested, crammed down the throats of Niagarans a plan to amalgamate the region from 12 municipalities to 4. He had already been in deep discussions with Doug Ford's people about this. I'm sure Doug was fueling the fire, hot and heavy behind this. And when he announced that this was in motion, the region went crazy, as it should. There was no community consultations. He had no data. There was nothing but a will to slam it through, just like Mr. Ford. Anyway, I talk about that in the last one. As expected, he was called to the mat. They demanded that he do some community consultations, not push this through. He was trying to push it through for March 3rd to escalate it to the next level. Talk to the community, do your research, show some data, give us some facts, Bob, give us some facts. Anyway, he went away, and of course he didn't do that because that would mean real honest work. What he did do was come back with another idea, which I guess he thought might be a compromise, which would be to reduce the city council, the regional council, to just 12 mayors and him, weighted voting between the different areas. Each area, like I said before, was very unique. Some larger cities like St. Catharines, Niagara Falls, some smaller communities, they all have different needs. And he was suggesting that Niagara-on-the-Lake cut their council down to 6 members plus the Lord Mayor. The fact that he's called Lord Mayor should tell you a little bit about Niagara-on-the-Lake. They don't like change. They don't like change. So they will be in a knot. Anyway, that's where he left it. And, you know, it's not exactly what the people asked for, but did you expect him to do that? Why would he? He never has before. Today, he shocked the shit out of everybody. He resigned. He resigned. Pressure was on Bob. So in his letter, his resignation letter to the Minister Flack, he talked about the fact that he was honored to be the regional chair and to be part of the very important work that needed to be done in Niagara. Then he kind of wandered off into this zone where he wrote about his passion for history. As a passionate historian, he had a collection of historical art and artifacts. He has a 1859 letter from anti-slavery advocate John Brown. He's got a letter from George Washington. Bob is serious about history. He's got a letter from Winston Churchill and Vatican archives. He also said is a signed copy of the first book in 1685 about Niagara Falls by Father Hennepin. Bob is serious about his history. We get it. What the fuck does that have to do with you resigning? I don't know. Let's read on. So he says, today a member of the Communist Party circulated a dated document that listed my name as the owner of a historical book found in many libraries. What he neglected to mention was that book that he apparently has in his collection as a signed copy is Mein Kampf. Not so cool, Bob. Not so cool. I'm not surprised you didn't mention it in your other batch of goodies. Anyway, he feels like this is becoming a bigger issue that's going to start to paint a picture that is untrue and hurtful to him and his family. So he's going to step down. Now, Bob has been like a colossal asshole for decades. He's not afraid to bamboozle or hurt anyone. So the fact that he's claiming poor me on this is a little surprising. It's surprising, but he's out. He's resigned. He's stepping away. Whatever you did there in Niagara, you did it. You did it. That pushback, but there's something deeper here, I'm sure, because he would never resign just because of pushback. No, not this guy. He likes a dirty fight. Anyway, what do you think of that? What do you think of that? Now, if we can only get him to take his buddy Doug Ford with him, you know, take Doug Ford. The two of you can go off to the Poconos and fuck off.